Clues by Sam. We have an easy one today, so let's make this quick. If you don't know what Clues by Sam is, it's a puzzle where you have each day 20 people on a board and you gotta find out from each of those people's clues without guessing who among them are innocents and who are criminals. Let's get started right away. First thing you have is Zara telling us that Aaron is a criminal. Start your week by catching him. Okay, where's Aaron? Here. And we don't need Zara's clue anymore. Aaron's telling us that both innocents above Vince are connected. Vince is here, and we know that there are two innocents above him. One of them has to be Jose. Innocents, right? Okay. Now Jose is telling us there's an odd number of criminals in column A. That tells us that besides Aaron and the other criminal among these two, Vince is another criminal, or else we wouldn't have a odd number, right? Now, we don't need Jose's clue anymore. Vince is telling us there are more criminals than innocents below Frank. So Poe is a criminal and Frank is the other innocent in column A. Frank doesn't tell us anything, and Poe's telling us that only one of the three criminals neighboring Frank is Cheryl's neighbor. Cheryl's here, Frank is here, and he has three criminal neighbors. Two of them are here. And only one of them is Cheryl's neighbor. Bruce and Gabe both are Cheryl's neighbor, so Logan has to be a criminal. And these two are both one an innocent and one a criminal. Now, Logan's telling us that two of Ruth's innocent neighbors are in row 3. Where's Ruth? Here. Row 3 is this one. And two of the innocent neighbors are in row 3. One of them is Jose. The other one, Logan, is a criminal, so Mary has to be an innocent too. Now Mary's telling us there's only one innocent in between Gabe and Wanda. And the only person left between Gabe and Wanda is Ruth, so Ruth has to be an innocent. We don't need this clue anymore. Ruth's telling us that Poe and Susan share an odd number of innocent neighbors. Poe is here. Where's Susan? Here. And they share 3 neighbors in total. And an odd number of them are innocent. So only Ruth can be innocent here. Wanda has to be a criminal. I don't need this clue anymore. Wanda is telling us that Zara is one of 2 innocents to the right of Vance. So to the right of Vance, we have 3 people. One of them is a criminal. The other one has to be an innocent for there to be 2 innocents. I don't need this clue anymore. Zaya is telling us that all innocents below Cheryl are connected. Are the names the same every day? I haven't noticed that. All innocents below Cheryl are connected. That tells us that Susan has to be an innocent in order for Mary and Zaya to be connected. And we still don't know if Hilda is an innocent. I don't think. Now Susan's telling us that Zaya and Aaron have an equal number of criminal neighbors. Zaya has at least 1 criminal neighbor. Aaron has only 1 criminal neighbor from these 3. A total of neighbors that Aaron has. So Zaya has to have only 1 criminal neighbor, which is one that Terry has to be an innocent. And I don't need this clue anymore. Now Terry is telling us there are more innocent cooks than innocent sleuths. This always gets me. Let's count. 1 sleuth, 2, Only 2 sleuths. Cooks, we have 1 cook, 2 cooks. Okay, we have 2 cooks in total, right? So there are more innocent cooks than innocent sleuths, and there's 1 innocent sleuth, so there has to be 2 innocent cooks, and I don't need this clue anymore. Now Olive's telling us that no teacher has a criminal directly to the right of them. So Gabe's a teacher, and he cannot have a criminal to the right of him, so Hilda has to be an innocent, right, criminal. Any other teachers? Stove cook, pilot, coder. The other teacher doesn't have anyone to their right, so don't need this clue anymore. Now, Hilda is telling us that the only criminal above Susan is Emma's neighbor. Where's Susan? Here. And the only criminal above her can only be Cheryl. So we don't need this clue anymore, and we don't need this clue anymore, and now Cheryl's telling us that both criminals neighboring Isaac are Hilda's neighbors. Well, we can only have 1 more criminal neighbor for Isaac, which has to be Emma. And we don't need this clue anymore. Now Emma's telling us that row 2 has more innocence than any other row. This is row 2, and other rows have 3 innocents already, so row 2 has to have 4 innocents in order for it to have more innocents than other rows. So these 2 have to be innocents, and Bruce is a criminal. And we are done. How quick was that? Less than 7 minutes, all green. We got the easiest master down, guys. So we're gonna have to catch up for the harder ones, but I'm having lots of fun doing this every day, and I hope to see you tomorrow to the other easy one, I think. Bye bye.